No sponsorship, no affiliate codes, just information, and information that I once had when I was blowing up evaluations left, right. I want to talk to you about all the stats that I took and the journaling that I take when I passed my most recent evals with Lucid Trading. And just because I know there's going to be haters out there, here guys, we're on the website. You can see I am now in the funded stage, had a pretty good day today. And just to show you that I've actually passed them, here's one of the certificates, April 4th. We can see it right there, done and dusted. So now I have that out of the way. Like I said, I passed these things. Now, unfortunately, one thing I did not know is once you pass them, your account would be taken off Trade-Evade. So I know for next time when I pass an eval and I want to do a video like this, I got to go into Trade-Evade before the end of the day and print out all of those stats. But I think it's really, really important to see how trading micros, okay, I only trade micros. I don't try and pass in a day. I don't worry about consistency rules. I do not worry about max drawdown. All these complaints and things that I hear about taking prop firm evaluations, I just never have to worry about anymore. I used to, which is why I want to make this video and show you that if you're blowing up accounts or you're stuck on minis or think you need to trade the NQ, you don't. There is a slow, methodical, long-term process that you could take and pass these things relatively easy. Now, as far as my strategy, I need to go in and really make a video of my Trade-Evade workspace and my strat. But if you go back, I live stream a bunch. I live streamed a lot last week. You can go in and kind of get an idea of how I'm trading. But I am trading 1 to 2 micro contracts of the Dow, not even the ES, of the Dow, about as slow and boring as you can be. And being slow and boring and having really, really good entries and having a win rate close to 90% is really what allowed me to pass this eval. Very simple things about my strat. I do not lose more than like $250 on any given red day. I now have my accounts to close. We can see one of my red days was 265 with a little bit of slippage. I made sure to liquidate my accounts. You can go into Trade-Evade. There's no reason to be blowing up accounts anymore. If you're blowing up too quick because you can't hold your trades, then your sizing is just wrong. It's the fact of the matter. Here is what the entire eval looked like and the stats that I keep. First off, the day. Okay, I've been trading this since March 9th. Today is the 13th. I passed it on Friday. So I have how many trading days it's taken me? This is really the reason why before I got banned from Apex, the reason I got banned from Apex is I asked them, the CEO, I said, hey, can you consider more than 30 days? There's guys that trade slow. There's guys that trade micros. 30 days, I feel like I got a YOLO and gamble. He banned me, terminated all my accounts. Bye-bye. But I'm just curious how long. So if you're curious how long it's going to take you to trade micros, one contract at a time, it's going to take you about 24 trading days. That's what it took me. I've also gotten a little bit better. My average trades is definitely going up, but 24 to a month, that's fine. We started off, here's my P&L for each day. So you can see in these 24 trading days, I had 22 green days, I had 2 red days, and they were pretty much my max loss red days. So 92% of those days were green. Now, granted, I had some really small days where things didn't really present themselves. These $28 days and these $24 days, $13 days, those were probably days I was up a little bit and then took some red trades. That's going to happen. But these 2 red days that I had, I love that. And that's frankly statistically what I see with my strategy. I tend to have 2 to 3 red days per month. And when your strategy is really dialed in, especially in this type of market for me being a mean reversion trader, like I'm not worried about closing trades because I know that I'm going to have a 90% win rate. Really 90s high. I said we are in a chop, and for a mean reversion, that's awesome. When things are just pumping, not great for me. My win rate will definitely go down. But these markets, I know a lot of people are complaining about them. These markets fit my strategy well. So I made 1251. So actually Lucid is one of the only ones I see with their 25K accounts that you only have to make 1250 and not 1500, which is awesome. Like I said, I don't care about max drawdown. I think it's $1,000. I would need to have 4 days of max loss for me to hit drawdown. Most likely not going to happen. If it does, I shouldn't be trading anyway. So we have the total P&L. I got it up, and then I took my first red day when I was up almost $600 on the account, dropped it back down to 400. Then I had 2 back-to-back Fridays, and that's when I started thinking, I'm never going to trade on Fridays. Sometimes your trades just don't go against you. And then after that, got myself, I really wanted to pass it when I got up to 765. But then, like I said, I had a slow week, very, very choppy, especially with the news, 24, 54, and 56. But then bounced back with 111, 132, and then finished the week at 48. I also personally like to keep track of how long or how much more I have to pass. Granted, I'm going back and cross-referencing this with the actual website, but we can see through all my evals, like I keep stats on everything. I want to know exactly where I'm at, how much money I've made, and everything like that. So I like to keep this in one stop. And like I said, I go back and look. Consistency rule, I really put this in there to show you that I personally don't care about consistency rules. Granted, I know that like $400 or $500 would probably be as much as I could take, but as we can see, I took my biggest 3 days. I keep track of that. In a live account, I don't take red bigger than the average, my best 3 days over a 22-day rolling period. So that's 143. So now that these Lucid accounts are live, I will not have a max loss day that is more than 143, because if you can't make back a single day's loss in a day, I feel like you're taking on too much risk, if that makes sense. For me, you have to earn a bigger daily loss, and you do so by having regular days that exceed what that daily loss is. For the evaluation, not too concerned, but now that this moves live, I'm going to once again keep track of that, and this max loss in the live account will not exceed this until this average number, my best 3 trading days over a rolling 22-day period, exceeds whatever that max loss is for the day. So my average green day, about $80. And like I said, that's with the 10s and these low 24s. My max red day, $250. And like this, I think this needs to be said because it's definitely going to be mentioned in the comments, and that's fine. And this used to be the framework that I used to think with. Like, oh my God, you're R to R, right? How you think you're going to be profitable if your average green day is $78 and your average win rate and your average losing day is $250? Yeah, I essentially need 4 days sometimes when I take a max loss day right now. Yeah, I essentially need to trade for 4 more days to max that out, which is why in my live accounts, this would drop down to 140. So now I guess I'm at a 2-to-1 risk to reward, which once again, most people would say isn't great. You need to be risking X amount of points per trade and this amount. Like, everything for me is dynamic. It moves, it adapts to the market. And I personally have a pretty high win rate. So I can get away with having maybe even a 1-to-1. That's kind of what I'm going to shoot for. Like I said, if I took my average day that wasn't a break-even day, $24.50, we can see I'm regularly in the low 100s for a regular winning day. And then I jump up. And in my live account, I'll have regular red days that won't be max loss because I'm going to be a little bit more conservative. And then I'm going to continue to hold trades a little longer, get a little bit more confident, and I'll bring that R to R pretty much 1-to-1, but have a relatively high win rate. I think over the last 6 months, my win rate is just about 78%. I wanted to make this video to show that it's not all about 1 day pass or you can pass in 3 days. Don't you plan on trading this for months and generating income off of it for months? It's like, then pass it in a month. Treat these the way you would. A lot of firms right now are getting away from just blowing up evals and then purchasing more. They're limiting how many you can purchase, which frankly is smart. I like it. I think that more people should be trading the way they would in a live account. I get it. There's different strategies and some people on the internet got to do that. But I'm speaking to the people that want to slow things down, want to use proper risk. We don't have a $50,000 account if we only have $2,000 worth of drawdown and we lose it, right? Or in my case, a $25K account. I don't have a $25K account. I have a $1,000 account. If I lose $1,000, I blow that account. So with $1,000 and I want to be able to be a shitty trader and have my first entry be incorrect, I have to make sure that I have enough room to take some drawdown, to dollar cost average in, campaign around my position, get myself in a better position to profit. And this is what that kind of looks like. If you have any questions about trading micros, get down in the comment section below. Just let me know and I'll make sure I answer them. I hope it helps or at least motivates you to know that you can take things slow. And even with micros, you can get it done in less than 30 trading days. All right? I'll catch you guys on the next update. And I'll definitely let you know when I get a payout from these guys and make sure that everything works. I know Lucid's a very reputable company. Like I said, not sponsored. Do not have an affiliate code. I'm not pushing you anywhere. I'm just showing you what I do. It's the wild, wild west out there. tomorrow these guys could probably ban me too. Who knows? But having a good time while I'm doing it, enjoying my time with the community, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.